Alright, guys. There's nothing against females or anything, and would like to encourage and teach females about what an oil change pertains to. Besides the oil, we need to change the filter, and that's the most important part of the oil change. I just had a customer walk in, and I'm getting her the filter, and she goes, "That's okay, I don't need the filter, just the oil." And I go, "Can't do an oil change without the filter." And she goes, "That's okay, I don't need it," and stormed off like, I don't know what I'm doing. Now, these foreigners, I don't understand whether you understand English properly or not, and it doesn't concern me either. Um, I try to get things the right way, I try to do things the right way. So, an oil change automatically comes oil filter. This is for a 2017 Nissan Quest SV. So, needs an oil filter to be swapped out, especially if it's over, and you have your light indicating that it's due for an oil change. Um, that filter maximum lifespan is about 4,000 miles. Let's put six if I'm being generous, and that's you paying the upscale price for a filter that's basically constructed the same internally. Um, what can I say? When people do not understand it, they think that we're ripping them off. Mind you, I'm using Valvoline oil, not that STP oil, or not that cheap O'Reilly's or AutoZone, oil. I'm using good oil. They have a Groupon for the oil. Don't even care about it because we don't honor that part. Um, but they get mad, storm away, and then you find out wherever you go, wherever shop you go to, you're going to pay for that filter. But some people don't know how to shop, and some people do not know anything about mechanically about their vehicle. And then when we tell them, this is what it is, they get upset. You guys know what the price is for full synthetic oil, which is about $10.99 for the cheap stuff, working its way up to $15.99 for the good stuff per quart. This thing takes 6.5 quarts plus the oil filter. You're looking at about $5 for the oil filter. For medium kinds or for synthetic kinds. Um, so you do the tally and you do the homework. Um, you're going to be paying over $80 for an oil change. And most people look at me like I went nuts. But if you look at inflation today, and not because we're setting the prices, it's government setting the prices because you guys voted for whatever is happening right now and in the future. It's what you voted for. But you're getting upset at us because we're competing with the inflation. We're competing with the others in our industries. But customers need to be aware, man. I don't do just oil changes and just the oil. It needs a filter. And if you don't want to, pay for that filter, which is an extra $3, then I'm not responsible for what happens to the engine. And I make notations. CYA. You know what that stands for? Cover your ass. So again, it's Mike with Pacific Tech. I have, no problems with ladies and the foreigners. This is an educational video. This is not me trying to put them down or anything. I'd rather educate you and make you understand than for you to go out and believe that I'm trying to rip you off and that I'm trying to pull a fast one on you. And again, oil change is oil and filter with your little sticker up on top for your next oil change. It's an oil change. All right. That don't include, or we also include, checking air pressure, topping off your fluids, brake, power steering, and also windshield washer. But customers don't get that, especially the lady that stormed off. I kind of felt a little disappointed because she got mad at me when I pulled the filter out. And mind you, filter. Filter, as you guys can see the diagram, I'm not even going to open it. You guys can see the diagram. It takes care of filtration, the particles from that engine oil, and putting clean oil back into the system. If you don't change that, and that filter is clogged, the bypass will allow contaminant to go into the engine, contaminate the engine, and back around, and the filter is no longer working. That's why I say every 4,000 miles, 400,000, excuse me, every 4K. So that oil change. The car is going to love you, and the cleaner that engine is internally, the more, that engine's going to love you, and the more it's going to last. But the more you prolong your oil change and that engine begins to wear out, you're going to have a lot of wears, and you're going to have a lot of blow by. But people will get mad at the tech, is trying to help them, with their investment. And a lot of these ladies do not know how to change anything besides the nails, the lipstick, the eyelashes, and the hair, that they forget about the other things, the most important things in their aspects of life. So when they come to shops like mine and they get upset because of the price, that's number one. We're not living back in, the 90s or even early 2000. Anything pre 9/11, prices were, well enough to where we were comfortable and I was willing to take a loss. Today, we're in an era, and it's bad. Sorry about that. And I had a phone call and had to take care of that. Business first. But anyway, um, if you don't know about your vehicle, I think you should start going on the internet. Free education. I don't charge anybody a penny, a dime. I don't ask you to click here, down there, or subscribe. Give me thumbs up or thumbs down. The knowledge is there for free for anyone, male or female. Um, I'm not going to go into the confused section or the other bleachers because it's only male or female. That's the way it's going to be in my channel, male or female. And if others get mad about it, there's nothing I can do about it. Because there's a saying that I tell even the others that, come with mentally, confusion. If I got to dig your body up 1,000 years from today, I'm going to write down on a piece of paper, male or female. I can't write down that they were, leaning towards the other side or same sex or whatever. Um, so that's the only reason why I say male or female. I know I'm probably going to get a hit by that because of the LGBT community, but again, it's more of a live and let live type of situation. But anyway, oil changes, oil and filter. It's mandatory. It's an oil change. I don't care who you go to, what company you go to, how much you're paying. It's automatically going to be oil and filter that has to be swapped out. If you don't swap that filter out, I don't care what type of oil you put in that car. You can go and use Mobil 1, the Lucium, Royal Purple. You're still going to have a problem. You're going to burn. You're going to have blow-by because you're not changing that filter. Especially for on a 2017 Nissan. Come on, guys. You guys know about Nissan. And if you guys don't know about Nissans, you better start learning. Especially for you Nissan owners. Take care of that vehicle and it will take care of you. Don't take care of it, it ain't going to take care of you. Especially that 2017 Nissan Quest. You already know what's inside of it. And if you don't know, Google, research, and you'll find out the problems that vehicle has. But anyway, it's Mike with Pacific Tech. Do your oil change, oil and filter. Most people think of oil change as just the oil and that's it. And that's what I just had with one of my customers. So make sure oil and filter. People will go and buy these Groupons, just for the oil. Doesn't cover the filter. Doesn't cover most of the labor. So please read what you're purchasing in these Groupon sections, because they're nothing but a broker. And why pay a broker when he's going to take about 60% of the profit, when you can come directly to the shop and give them, 100% of that profit, and they're going to treat you even better. But most people think because they go and they buy these Groupons that we shops can't even match them. They're nothing but brokers. And if you understand the hauling side of any type of goods going across the United States, and ask any trucker, what is a broker? And what is its main purpose? And why they hate it universally, then you understand why Groupon is a company just like all these other brokers that are in the hauling companies. They don't do no type of work whatsoever, but they take 60% of the profit. Just in case, for those who want to get an idea of, Groupon and these coupon, stuff, start realizing what you're doing. You're feeding someone else. You're feeding the middleman to feed something else. This is why I don't like using Groupon, because of the brokers. It's just straight out. They don't do no type of labor, no type of work. They don't get their hands dirty, nails dirty, or anything, but it takes 60% of that commission. So this is why we 86 them, and we continue to 86 them, and we will compete with Groupon, and we will try to honor some of these Groupon deals. But again, we have to be, living in today's inflation. If you guys don't get inflation, you guys do not understand what inflation is, then I can't help you on that part. It's something that you should have learned in school. And in Business 101. But again, for majority of you guys voted for this. This is something you guys voted for. I can't, scream or say anything about it because I don't vote. So there's a lot of people that say when you don't vote, you don't have a saying. So I guess I don't have a saying, but I am voicing my opinion and giving knowledge to my people. I don't care about these, 10 percenters. I care about these 90 percenters. And if you're working with 90% brain power, then those are the ones I'm trying to go for. Those with 10% brain power or less, I can't help you until you get the basics down packed, and then you can understand what I'm trying to say to you. And I always tell my kids, I send you to school to learn the basics before I can teach you the advanced and the intermediate courses. But remember, oil changes, two things: oil, and what does it say on that box? Oil filter. You don't change that filter, it's no good. I mean, like, your car is going to act funny. You're going to feel it sluggish. And most Nissan owners, you'll know when it's an oil change due, because your car changes its character. When you have fresh oil inside that vehicle, man, that puppy's responding at the tip. When that oil is used and it needs to be changed, that response is not that quick no more. And you start noticing hesitation. So clean oil, always. Do your oil change on a regularly scheduled maintenance. Don't believe the hype that because this oil bottle says 10,000 miles, you don't have to change your oil until you reach 10,000 miles. Because this is only rated for 6,000 miles max. Right? So this is your weak point right here. The weakest link is this right here, not the oil. So understand that part. Anyway, Michael Pacific Tech. Guys, enjoy your day. I'll see you guys in the next video on Friday. Thank you and have a good day.